So, Structural Geology and Rock Mechanics of Module 3 for third semester Civil Engineering Department. The course name is Engineering Geology and course code is 18CV 36 Session 1. Structural Geology and Rock Mechanics. Structures will be developed in a rocks due to the deformation. So sedimentary and some igneous rocks are initially deposited in layer usually very close to horizontal. These layers are found tilted, folded or broken. They indicate that deformation has occurred. Mount Everest is the highest peak on earth at 29,028 feet above sea level. The rock at the top of the peak is a marine limestone deposited on the sea floor about 450 million years ago. So stress and strain due to deformation, these major components, stress and strain. Stress is a force applied over an area. Pressure is a stress where the forces act equally from all directions. Three kinds of differential stress occur: tensional stress, which stretches rock; compressional stress, which squeezes rock; shear stress, which results in slippage and translation. Strain is a change in size, shape or volume of a material. When stress is applying on rock due to the stretching, so minerals will be changes its species. So that's called strain. And types of deformations. When a rock is subjected to increased stress, it passes through three successive stages of deformation. First one is elastic deformation, wherein the strain is reversible; ductile deformation, wherein the strain is irreversible; fracture or brittle deformation, irreversible strain, wherein the material breaks. So here, due to in the deformation process, the temperature and pressure will also major components. And structural aspects of rocks like outcrop. Outcrop is the rock exposure on surface of the earth due to the in situ of rock while it's covered by soils. So with the weathering process, that soil will be removing, then in situ rock will be exposing on the surface, is called outcrop. The strike and dip. This due to the strike and dip, we can measure the direction and also analyze the deformation directions and which side force will be acting. The strike is an imaginary line along the bedding plane. The dip is angle between a horizontal plane and the inclined plane. There are two types of dip. One is true dip, is perpendicular to the strike. Second one, apparent dip, is less than or more than 90 degree to the direction of strike. So folds. The rocks bent or bending nature, the result structures are called folds. So parts of the folds. Folds are described by their form and orientation. So both sides of the fold are called limb. Then hinge. The limbs intersect at the tightest part of the fold called the hinge. Fold axis, a line connecting all points on the hinge, is called the fold axis. The axial plane, an imaginary plane that includes the fold axis and divides the fold as symmetrically, is called the axial plane. Types of folds. First is monocline folds. When horizontal strata are bent upward so that the two limbs of the fold are still horizontal, is called monocline fold. Then second one, anticline fold. The originally horizontal strata has been folded upward and the two limbs of the fold dip away from the hinge of the fold. is called anticlinal fold. Then third one, synclinal fold. It is reversible of anticlinal fold. The horizontal strata have been folded downward and the two limbs of the fold dip inward toward the hinge of the fold. Fourth one, plunging fold. The fold axis is not horizontal. The fold is called a plunging fold. Fifth one, symmetrical fold. The two limbs of the fold dip away from the axis with the same angle is called symmetrical fold. Sixth one, asymmetrical folds. The limbs dip at different angles. The folds are said to be asymmetrical fold. Seventh, overturned fold. The strata on one limb of the fold becomes nearly upside down. The fold is called an overturned fold. Eighth one, isoclinal fold. The fold can close up and have limbs that are parallel to each other. Such a fold is called an isoclinal fold. Ninth one, recumbent fold. An overturned fold with an axial plane that is nearly horizontal is called a recumbent fold. 10th one, chevron fold, a fold that has no curvature in its hinge and straight sided limbs that form a zigzag pattern is called a chevron fold. Thank you.